Jason Blum. Is it Blum?
It's
Blum.
It's Blum.
Jason Blum wants to hire more female horror directors. Good. Yeah, he makes movies for $3,000 and they make $20 million. Or like $200 million all the time.
Yeah, this is, by the way, if people don't know, this is Jason Blum of
Blumhouse Productions, Pictures, what have you. Who also, I believe, he did Halloween, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
or he
it's a
produced
Blumhouse
Halloween.
picture. Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
So
Killing it in the horror genre.
this is a story because he was doing an interview for somebody, and the interviewer was like, "Hey, how come you don't have any female directors?" And he stuck his foot in his mouth and was like, basically said, "Oh, because I don't know any."
Yeah, it was a mistake.
I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but that's essentially what he said.
I mean, at least he was honest.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't.
Like,
he didn't lie
fucking
about it.
Yeah, and he wasn't trying to be a dick about it. At least
He's
I don't
like-
think he was trying to be a dick about it.
I don't think so.
He was just
he
like,
probably not.
I just don't know any. And then here comes the internet. Well, we're going to help you out, man. Here are a list of 47 female directors that could direct horror. So pick one, man.
Yeah, but like just because you can
Just
direct
because
movies
she's a director doesn't mean she can direct a horror movie.
or wants to.
Yeah.
Like, and that's not to say there haven't been female horror directors, you know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, and don't hold me to this because I'm not a huge horror person, but I'm pretty sure wasn't The Descent directed by a woman?
There's a couple different Descent movies. The one where they were in...
In the cave. with-
Yeah, where they're in the cave, like the four women in the cave or whatever. I'm pretty sure that was a woman who directed that. So, like, you have to. It's not just knowing, and I'm sure what he meant was I don't know any female horror directors, but also
Neil Marshall.
No.
okay. But you know, the idea of horror is going to attract who it's going to attract. It is a very specific genre of like. I mean, it's pretty fucking twisted, right? Like, they have a hard enough time finding female directors for action movies, right? And it's not that they don't exist, but a lot of times female directors tend to gravitate towards drama. Like, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, those generally are by the way, the better movies. But that tends to be the genre they gravitate towards. So yeah, him saying, "Hey, I don't really know any." Yeah, he probably doesn't.
He
Fucking probably
really
doesn't.
He said we're in when it came to hiring a female director, he's quoted as saying, "We're always trying to do that. We're not trying to do it because of recent events, the Me Too movement."
Yeah, Babadook was
That was directed by a woman?
Yeah.
Oof.
We've always been
terrifying.
trying. There are not a lot of female directors, period, and even less who are inclined to do horror. I'm a massive admirer of the Babadook director, Jennifer Kent.
Well, there you go.
I've offered her every movie we've had available. She's turned me down every single time.
That's really funny. But I can't find any. Why did you look at? I'm trying, lady.
But people are like, but the argument now is he just black friended her. Hey, I talked to my black friend and
come on,
I
man.
talked to my lady friend and she turned me down 4,700 times.
I mean,
It's like,
but
she directed a very, very good horror movie. Nigga, that's what I do. I do horror flicks.
like, who am I supposed to ask? Ask people who are good at it.
Right.
I
honestly, I'm trying to, like, I'm going to go ahead and search female horror directors because I don't know a lot.
I couldn't tell you any.
Would you consider the movie that we're going to talk about in trailers horror? Because a woman directed that.
No, that just seems like an action movie. Well, not even it seems like a
not
heavy drama,
Seems like a psychological horror.
or maybe even thriller. It could be even the thriller. I mean, it depends on what the other trailers show. But
And everybody's definition of horror is different. White people think Get Out is a comedy, apparently.
It is not.
And it is pretty fucking horrifying to me.
yeah, and Stepford Wives is a horror show to me. So
Yeah. So, but he said, he came out on his Twitter. He apologized. Said he wasn't trying to offend anybody. He just stuck his foot in his mouth, and he is actively trying to seek female talent.
is it okay to say I don't know any people? We've been trying to get somebody. Why is that offensive?
And here's the thing, right? Like,
Fuck off! God damn.
Here's the thing. When he does find a female director
won't
to
be good
direct a
enough.
movie, that's a tremendous amount of undue pressure on that director.
Yep.
From literally everybody, from all sides, many sides.
Don't ever do that. Um,
and that's simply not fair.
no, it isn't fair. But I mean, look, if the guy say, "Hey, just not," like his response wasn't like, "Sorry, bro, chicks can't really do gore, man." Like then you could be like, "Yeah, fuck this guy." But he needs to apologize for going, "Yeah, we've been trying and like I'm working on it, but I haven't been successful yet." How is that offensive? I saw somebody was like, "What about Dee Rees and all these other people?" Yeah, they're female directors. That doesn't mean they want to do a $1.50 fucking horror movie for Blum.
Don't just start naming the 3 female directors that you know.
Yeah, fuck off. What kind of bullshit? What about Dee Rees? Yeah, Dee Rees doesn't really do horror, and she does really high-level films. Hey, why don't you get Ava DuVernay to do a movie that costs $32? What the fuck? Yo, people's viewpoints are fucking wild when they're trying to make bullshit arguments.
What's his budget for his movies? So he has like a specific budget.
It's like $10 million.
Yeah, like, and they make so much money. Yeah. And that shit works for him because a lot of his movies are pretty decent. They're pretty solid movies.
He's been, I mean,
they're hit and miss, but like when they're hit, they're pretty good.
Well, we were talking. You know, the budget for all of the Purge movies is, and there's 4 of them, is $35 million for all 4 combined, and it's made $500 million down there. Like that is the wheelhouse in which he is working. And look, if he can find female directors and people of color directors, obviously Jordan Peele was kind of a big deal. Like, so what, this guy's an asshole now? Like, come on, man. Like, yeah, he hasn't been able to do it yet. That doesn't mean that it's not going to ever happen. So trying to fix a problem isn't the same as not giving a fuck. Grow up.
Oh, wow. Blumhouse has a fuck ton of movies.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, like
they put out movies all the time, dude.
Goddamn Blumhouse production.
Every horror movie that you've seen pretty much has been by them in the last like 3 or 4 years.
God dang, like, look at this list.
When did they start?
1995.
Wow. Really? That long ago?
And really in 2000, because they had a 5-year...
2000 is when he became an executive. And
okay, so what's the first movie that you recognize? Because I'm sure there's probably a lot of that you don't.
Paranormal Activity.
What year was that?
2007.
God damn. 7 years before. Okay, so since 2007, they've made, just looking at your computer, they've made 4,000 movies, I would guess. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
So yeah, like, I mean, look, the guy's working on it, man. I mean, it's not the best he can do, but like, it's a step in the right direction. You're watching the Nerdpocalypse YouTube channel. Make sure you click that button to subscribe and check out our weekly podcast where we talk about movie, TV, news, tech, and weird stories from around the internet.